And that is one of the things that I learned directly in this relationship through Amoda, was that I thought that I was having a relationship with Amoda, and then it dawned on me, slowly or rapidly, that that's not true. I'm having a relationship with existence, and Amoda is one of the people and forms that appears within my own consciousness, within my relationship with God, or my relationship with the divine, whatever you want to call it. And when I realized that she was a player, but she wasn't the source of anything that I was going to, you know, that was on offer, that I imagined, then there was a great relief in that, because she could be a player that stays as long as I'm alive, or as long as she's alive, or as long as it exists, or as long as we're in a state of openness and contentment. And I can't imagine it happening, but you never know what's going to happen. We live in the unknown. And we've faced this possibility that, you know, I mean, it's unlikely that we're going to split up in the near future, but who knows? And also to be able to face the fact that I was born into this existence alone, and out of this existence, I will disappear alone. Meanwhile, there are people and things that come and go, but they are coming and going things. This is exactly relevant to what you've been saying, Amoda, that it's my aloneness that I need to come to terms with, not the relationship. The relationship is a part of that experience, but to hang everything of my nature, everything of my awakening on that relationship is to create an addictive mechanism or a dependency, hence codependency, on that relationship. We have consciously, completely opened into ourselves and each other, knowing that at some point in this life, she or I will leave each other and break each other's heart. Wide open.
Because one of us will die.
Because one of us will die. Unless we're both taken together, one of us is going to leave the other one. And we've talked about it, and we've willingly decided that love is much more important than any of that, than existence, than coming or going. Because it doesn't make any difference. I'm here anyway, on my own, alone. And there she is, this divine creature that showed up in my life to reflect that truth back to me. And I, you know, that needs to be seen, that every single person who's listening to this, who's watching it, you're as alone as I am, as she is. It's a beautiful thing, and it's a terrifying thing, but it's a true thing. And the person that you're with, or the person that's tormenting you, or the person that you want to leave, or who doesn't understand you, they're a player. They're not the main act. Existence is the main act. It's exquisite, it's agony, and it's exquisite. That's what I mean about the poetry of life. If we can bring some of that poetry to it, some of that beauty, some of that depth, some of the grief of our existence, then we start to get a much deeper kind of context for the whole thing, rather than being stuck on the level of self, which can't sort anything out. It's not going to sort anything out. Nobody out there is going to sort anything out with the self. It's going to have endless chain of stuff that goes on, but only by getting deeper down to realize that we're alone. And then I, as my aloneness, can relate to Amoda as her aloneness, not in any pious, ridiculous way, but just as the truth that underpins this entire relationship.